Hello and welcome to Mason Cable Networks from the cinema. My name is Alex Dodson, and I'm going to be talking to you about the movies coming out in the Johnson Center Cinema this weekend. Some of you may already know about the JC Cinema, but for those who don't, it's one of Mason's best programs. Not only do you get to watch movies for free as a Mason student, but the movies tend to range from merely watchable to top quality filmmaking. Ultimately, my goal for this show is to provide you with a little preview into the week's upcoming films, and hopefully persuade you to go enjoy a free movie the way they're meant to be enjoyed, on the big screen. Besides, all movies are better when they're free. Getting into it now, the pictures that we'll be showing this weekend are two family-friendly comedies. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, Men in Black 3 is the holdover from last week, while on Saturday and Sunday night, Brave creates film fantasy for animation lovers. Men in Black 3 brings Will Smith back on screen for the first time since 2008 to fight some alien baddies, while Brave explores the relationship between a bickering mother and a daughter with a dash of the usual Pixar magic. Since the decision of which film to see this weekend is simply too much to bear for one person's mind alone, let's talk about what you're going to be seeing this weekend. Now, since I talked about Men in Black 3 already last week, I'll keep this section brief. Men in Black 3 is the return of Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith to this alien-infused buddy cop comedy. This plays as another cash-grabbing, unnecessary movie following up a sequel that paled in comparison to its predecessor. The original Men in Black was fresh, funny, and energetic. The second Men in Black was a rehash of the jokes that worked for the first film but fell flat in the second. Did this unsuccessful trend continue on in the third film? Unfortunately, yes it did. With a plot littered with plot holes, we find Agent J, played by Smith, going back in time to kill the alien who ends up killing Jones's Agent K in the present to save the fate of the Earth in the future. Sounds confusing, right? That's not to say you can't just turn off your brain completely and watch the super charming Will Smith do his thing for the whole film. I swear, this guy is one of the only guys in Hollywood that can be in a bad movie and still make me walk away with a stupid grin slapped across my face. I would have said the same thing about Tommy Lee Jones' character, but through another major flaw of the movie, we are left without his deadpan delivery and dry humor. In his absence, Josh Brolin delivers a spot-on performance of the younger Agent K, because most of this movie takes place in the past. Now, while Brolin gets credit for replicating Jones' performance, the chemistry between Smith and Jones is nigh impossible to create. Now, Brave is Pixar's next installment in its fabulous lineup of animation miracles that grace our screens once a year. Last year's Cars 2 was disappointing beyond belief, so Brave had a lot to live up to. I was hoping that it would restore my faith in Pixar after the train wreck that is the Cars franchise. Featuring the animation company's first female hero, or should I say heroine, Merida is full of the fiery passion that mirrors her Scottish ancestry as well as her bright flaming hair. More of a warrior than a princess, Merida resists her mother's wish to marry her off to a neighboring tribe in an attempt at peace. She runs away from home and finds a witch that will help her change her fate. However, through one of the most shocking twists I've ever witnessed in a Pixar film, Merida's fate changes in a way that neither she nor I could have ever expected. Now, Brave did a lot of things right, like its spot-on representation of the Scottish culture, and weaving a magical tale effortlessly into a true mother-daughter life lesson that would make you want to burst out of the theater and tell your mom how much you love her. Unfortunately, due to the mother-daughter-centric life lesson, I found myself oddly detached from the emotional weight of the movie. Maybe it's because I'm a dude who's on great terms with his mom, but I didn't shed a single tear, which is rare for me in a Pixar film. Now, some may argue this is the female version of Finding Nemo, a father-son epic in an underwater world, but the fact that they are fish kind of desensitizes the whole human-male aspect. Finding Nemo allows the emotional punch to remain universal, while Brave seems to pigeonhole women's feelings. While definitely a step up from Cars 2 and the original Cars, Brave still falls far short of the rest of the Pixar greats. So what movie will you be seeing this weekend? This is where I come in. Men in Black 3 is a time-traveling space comedy that tries too hard and comes across as too confusing. However, everybody loves a good Will Smith movie, so in that aspect, you won't be disappointed. Now, Brave, on the other hand, attempts to bring daughters and their mothers closer together with some laughs, tears, and a good dose of humor. However, seeing as this will be showing in a college setting, much of the touchy-feely stuff may be lost due to the absence of one's mother. Now, no matter what you decide to watch this weekend, I can guarantee that you will have a good time at the Johnson Center Cinema. Showtimes for Men in Black 3 are 9 p.m. on Thursday, 6 and 9 on Friday, and 6 on Saturday. Brave will be showing at 9 on Saturday and 6 on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Watch for me next week when we'll discuss if the Chernobyl Diaries can hold its own against other found footage horror films. Have a great night.